Well, Indy Kato, member of the PDP and co-founder and board member of Young Women in Politics, and Dr. Yunusa Tanko, who is chairman of the National Conscience Party, are still with us in the studio. Gentle people. I'm almost tempted to say gentlemen, but that would not be fair on Indy. Okay. But let's quickly talk about the sequence of elections. You seem to strongly support this sequence of elections as ordered by the National Assembly.
Well, I don't know if
that's the trail I seem to be getting from your thoughts so far.
Well, my own proposal is that State Assembly and National Assembly together on one day, and then the governorship and then the presidential election in another day.
But they should come first. The
State Assembly should come first.
Parliamentary elections should come first.
Because you have about 900 State Assembly or more, and then you have 360 position to be run for Federal House of Reps, and then you have 109 for Senate. That is a large number to be contested for.
What if it doesn't change? I mean, we see that the president did not sign it because he's thinking that is not within the powers of the National Assembly.
Well, there is this particular narrative being thrown in the public domain that probably the Assembly and the National Assembly is against Mr. President and all. To me, it's nothing to do with Mr. President. Anybody can be Mr. President. Any political party can be there. Once the presidential election takes place, it has a bandwagon effect on the others. There's no way you are going to win election in it. But when you have an election that starts from the grassroots of State Assembly and all, with a large number, a lot of political party, individual candidates running for elections, people position, quality leaders will argue and debate. There will be a robust and people will come out in large number to vote for that particular person.
In your dream scenario, what would be the interregnum between those elections? Would it be a week? Because in the current order as given by the National Assembly, you're looking at about 4 weeks between the first election and the last election.
No, it's just the way we had it at the 2015, the different week. I think it's a 1 week or 2 weeks different, 1 week or 2 weeks different. If not, we should start considering having the election in one day. Or if possible, we should start having staggered election just like we have it in the United States. It gives room for a democracy that will triumph over time. But when we continue in this manner, there is going to be apathy of voters, because the moment you have a presidential election taking place, all other ones, majority people will not even come out. And there's this belief that, okay, when the governor is there, the president is there, let's go the way they are going, even if they're not qualitative.
Let me ask you then, you know, so now that it did not go that way, because a lot of people would have thought if this was about the independence of parliamentarians, then, you know, it should have gone in the order which you are proposing, that it should be state assemblies and National Assembly on one day, and then maybe you can have the executive seats being contested on the following elections. But it hasn't gone that way. What we've seen is the National Assembly first, then state assemblies and governorship elections, then the presidential elections. What was running through your mind when you saw that order by the National Assembly?
Well, when I saw it, I thought even they are trying to shoot themselves on the foot.
Why?
Because the majority of them may not even come back if they have the election started. Majority of them may not come back.
So you don't think this was about them?
No. For me, I don't think it's about them, because many people are not so happy with the way in which some of the things that's happening in the National Assembly. In fact, if you ask an average Nigerian, you will have looked at maybe his representative in the House has not even said one word since he assumed power, and now coming out with this particular huge, humongous money that every one of them is making 13 million naira in a month. Everybody will go, okay, and then we have not seen this particular thing being translated in our constituency. We will see how you go back. So majority of them may not even come back.